virtual Magic Town studio. I miss you all so much and wanted to make a recording that I hope to continue. And I was inspired to start this class with yoga for the lungs. And my goal is to continue going through the different organ systems. If you practiced with me before, we went through 9 classes of the different organ systems. And so that's my goal. But in some forms of Chinese medicine and kind of shamanism, they start with the lungs. And I thought that this would be very appropriate, considering that we all want to have radiant, healthy, vibrant lungs right now. So you're invited to sit either in a chair or on a block or on some blankets or the ground. And I'm choosing kneeling today because I'm trying to use as few props as possible for those of you at home. If you have a strap or a belt, have one of those with you. And I think that's all we'll need today. Something you can sit on, a chair or otherwise, and a strap. Okay, so the lungs are associated with heaven, with breathing the breath into the body and bringing heaven into this experience in the body. Now I know that right now things feel very challenging and it's hard to connect with that potentially, but I hope that with this practice you can have some tools to just connect with yourself in this way. And the lungs are aligned with the element of metal, and so this idea of sharpening your sword, of being able to become very clear and setting a rhythm, and even being moved to goal setting. That when the metal is sharp, there is initiative to move forward. That when the lungs get out of balance, the common emotion is grief. And I'm sure we can all connect with grief right now. And so it is. We may allow ourselves to feel grief, to feel the body, and to try to let that sift through and settle or release in some way. All right, so there's a mudra that I want to share with you. But first, the lung channel. So the chi kind of bubbles up, and they say that it emerges at the surface, kind of in this area beneath the lungs. Under the collarbones, there's kind of a little hole right here. This is called lung 1, right? So lung 1 on both sides. And then it kind of travels down the arm to the outside of the thumb, right? So the thumbs are very powerfully connected to the lungs, which is why this mudra really spoke to me. So you're going to take the first knuckle of the fingers, weave it together and open it up with your thumbs pointing up. You can place your woven fingers over your sternum with your thumbs kind of pointing at this lung 1. Okay? You can press your elbows out to the side. And this mudra in the yogic tradition is called the gesture of unshakable trust. So as you connect to your body and your breath in this way, develop an unshakable trust with your ability to connect to your breath in this moment. feel the rhythm of the inhale and the exhale. And to let yourself soften into the present moment, the space your body occupies here and now. And finally, I'd like to bring in the practice of box breathing, it's commonly called, where you inhale for an equal amount of time as you hold, and then you exhale for an equal amount of time as you hold. So that could be something like an inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Hold for 4. Inhale as you count and then hold. Exhale as you count and then hold. This box breathing, all 4 parts equal, has been shown to help relieve the nervous system, bring you deeply into the present moment, where there is more capacity to connect with a sense of unshakable trust. With your hands to your chest here, you can feel the steady rhythm of the breath, helping to sharpen your focus and clarity, perhaps helping you to connect to the rhythm of your heart beneath your chest, within your lungs. And bringing your awareness from the head down to the heart and down into the hips. Give yourself a few more breaths in this way. And then when you're ready, you can release your hands, palms up, and slowly open your eyes. So with your eyes open, see if you can soften your gaze to take in the periphery around you, to feel that you peer from the backs of your eye sockets and take in the surrounding information with a softness. Keep that soft perception, however you feel it, and the next time you exhale, turn your head across towards one side. And any amount of drawing the shoulders back to open the collarbone and the side of the neck. With your breath, you can inhale to the middle and then exhale to the other side. Still feeling how the lungs are initiating this sense of rhythm. Then you can come to each side. Exhale as you turn. Inhale to the middle. Exhale to turn. And you don't need to create a deep stretch here. Starting to add a range of motion once you've been to both sides. You can come to the center, and on an exhale, drop your chin down towards your chest. You can let your shoulders roll forward. And then on an inhale, lift the chin, open the throat, grow upward like the flowers emerging from the ground. You can let the shoulders drop back here. Really enjoy the buoyance of the inhale lifting. And then when you come to another exhale, you can round and drop down. That we seek balance between the expansion and the contraction, the inhale and the exhale, and that we note the space in between. When you bend up and down evenly, you can come back to neutral. And with the following exhale, let your ear move over to the side. As the weight of the head drifts over, take care that you keep your hips grounded to the floor. And you can inhale up and exhale over. 1 or 2 more times to each side. And I like to start moving the neck in this way to open the channel between the head, heart, and hips, allowing yourself to drop more presently into your body. So once you've moved the neck evenly, you can reach the arms out and up. Inhale up to the peak. Sprout up through your fingertips, lengthen your torso, and keep this length as you bring your hands together down through the center of your body, nestling your thumbs down into your sternum. Bring your gaze down over your fingertips, and just reflect on your intention this morning, the feelings and thoughts that you want to consciously bring into your body in this moment. Trust, radiance, love, compassion, anything that emerges from inside of your body that wants to be spoken or acknowledged. When you feel clear with that intention, you can release your hands, palms up, and then we'll come forward to start moving the body a little more. So you can come onto your hands and knees. And put a block over here. And on your hands and knees, you're welcome to stretch your legs out. If you were sitting on the ground, it feels especially good to open up the knees. If you were sitting in a chair, you can just stand up and kind of move your feet and ankles around. Or you can do that still sitting, rolling your ankles where you sit. And from hands and knees or seated, we'll go through a few rounds of cat-cow to arch in one direction as you exhale. And then inhale, the other way. I like to do this pose to unite the head and the hips through the open passage of the throat. And you can always keep that box breathing in your awareness, adding a momentary pause of awareness at the peak and pit of each breath. And then when you've been through both, you can come to all fours. And you can step your hands forward a little ways, curl the toes under if they're not already, and then we'll ease into a gentle downward dog. Or if you're sitting in a chair, you can make your way to standing, because that's where we're all going to end up, is standing up. So if you're in your downward dog, you can pedal your feet a little bit. And if you're standing, you can circle your hips. And tiptoe the feet up a little ways. Walk the hands back. Bend the knees generously. Bring your hands to your thighs. And on your inhale, rise up. And standing. We'll do some body tapping to kind of wake up all your parts. So you can kind of travel up your arm on the top and then on the bottom. You can do some gentle tapping under the armpit to stimulate the lymph nodes. You come on the top here. And then see if you can try to find this lung one place on your body. and kind of travel out under your collarbone towards the shoulder and see if you can find a little hollow point. And then you can dig a little deeper pressure in there. We're going to do some poses to try to open up this space. Okay, so once you feel that on one side, you can do the other, tapping up the arm, up the underside, to rest the hand on the head, tap underneath the armpit, and on top. You can massage all around the little one space. Deeper pressure. And then come soft fist through the sternum. And come down the center of the sternum to the belly and rub your belly. 6 to 9 circles in one way, and then 6 to 9 the other way. And then you can move down one of the legs. So you can tap down your leg on the front, tap up your leg on the back, paying particular attention to the back of the knee there. Your gathering point of energy, you're going to keep that shin open. You can run the other side, tap up the back of the leg. Then as you come back up, make gentle fists and soften your hips and knees and gentle pounding on the crease at the groin. Another gathering point for lymph nodes, and we're going to keep all this circulating. Okay, and you can come up and kind of get into the kidney area, gentle pressure on the kidneys. And then let's even come up the back of the head, tap the top of the head here. Hello! Kind of wakes you up. And then you can come down and gently tap the thyroid here. Keep the jaw relaxed. Good. So once you feel connected in your body systems, everything feels a little more awake. We'll start with feet wide. And bring your arms across each other with your hands, palms open. And we're going to draw the bow to shoot the vulture. This is a Qigong move from the 8 Brocades. So you're going to take your hand and draw the bow and open that other hand out to the side, making an L shape. You're kind of looking between your thumb and finger. So you inhale with this move, and then you exhale, come across. Draw the bow, really opening the chest. And you can start to squat a little bit lower as you do this to deepen the practice. Really taking aim at the goals and intentions you have. Whether that's personal or some way you want to connect with nature. One more time. On each side. And bring your hands down. Bring your feet a little bit closer together into a Tadasana or mountain pose. Feet hips distance apart. Arms floating at your side with a little space between the armpits. And active fingers. Just feel your body in a vertical position. Connecting with your feet like roots to the ground. And allowing the breath to help elevate the torso, open the chest, soften the palate and the throat, and even sense like a string up the top of your head, helping you to grow a little taller into the space above you. And then on your inhale, let your arms rise with the expansion of your lungs, and let your hands come down with the contraction of your lungs. Twice more, inhale out and up. Little pause. Exhale down. Equal pause. Inhale up, and we're going to hold. Grab your right wrist and curve over to the side. Big, huge breath in the side body, all to the upper cathedral of your lungs. And equal exhale down to the pelvis. Inhale up, switch, exhale over. Inhale up, and exhale and release. Kind of roll your shoulders around and put your hands on your shoulders and make a couple of circles. Inhale and the elbows go up, and exhale and they come down. And then switch, go the other way. And then point your elbows out to the side. You can bring them forward, then back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, stretching the back body. Exhale back, toning or squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, squeeze. Last time. Good. When you come forward this time, you can let your hands come down. Spread your palms out, curl the fingers back on one side and the other. Okay, and then look around for your strap. If you use a belt, if you have a robe, those belts are really great for this. And you want to set your feet mindfully, about hips distance apart. Spread, lift the toes, soften the ankles and knees. Have your hands a little wider than your shoulders at first. And inhale, come up. Exhale, see if you can soften somewhere, especially around your neck, your jaw, your upper back. You can bend the elbows a little bit. And kind of explore the terrain behind you with the strap here. Find a place where you can breathe. You'll probably start to feel some opening in your chest, right around that lung 1 area. Yeah, so you can start to lift the gaze, open a little wider or a little farther back behind you. Wild inhale, and then exhale, bring the strap forward and down. Shake it out a little bit. You have full control over how deep this is by how narrow or wide your hands are. So pick a place that feels good for you. You can narrow if you want more or widen if you want less. And we'll inhale up again. Try to pull your hands apart on your strap without, so there's some engagement in your arms. And then curve over to the side again. This hand pulls down on this side, but this hand pulls up to keep the armpit open. And you can switch. Good. Bend the elbows to bring the strap back behind you. Soften the knees and hips. Take a few more glorious breaths up into your chest, really using the breath awareness and the sensation that you feel to sense that you are brightening, that you are inhabiting, that you are clearing and opening in the lungs so that they may move and circulate and facilitate the rhythm of your body and breath. So you can bring your strap down, bring it back behind you. And for this one, make your hands a little bit narrower, thumbs pointing in. You can still grip your strap, draw the shoulders back, keep the hips and knees soft, and lift the strap up behind you. You don't have to lift high, it might just be right here. Again, opening in the chest. You can lift a little bit higher. Good. Come back down. And you can set your strap off to the side. And step up to the front of your mat. Let's put your hands on your hips and softly press your hips down so that you feel more rooted through your legs and feet. Then you're going to take your right foot and step back into a lunge, keeping your hips pointing forward. Good, bend the front knee, anchor the back heel. Let's bring your arms out in front, draw the arm bones into the shoulder sockets, and lift the hands alongside your ears. With your next inhale, rise up. And you're going to switch, turning the back foot out. Bring your hands back down onto your hips for now. You're going to bend the back knee for a warrior one, or warrior two, excuse me. Right? So you want your back, what used to be your front foot is now your back foot, parallel to the back of the mat. And then bend the knee right out over the toes. Good. And then reach your arms out to the side. Turn your palms up at first to connect with lung one or somewhere in the center of your sternum if you prefer, widening all the way out to your thumbs. And for this one, your thumbs are pointing back behind you. And I really feel this opening in my chest. Good. So keep this opening in your chest, but softly turn the palms down. Warrior two. You can bring your hand or your elbow to your bent knee and reach the other arm over the ear. Inhale up and switch. You're going to keep this front knee bent, hand to the back straight leg. Lift the other arm up. Really opening the side body to allow more movement with each breath. Inhale up. You can straighten that leg now. Both legs are straight-ish. And then a little tilt back over. No need to get all the way to the ground. Good. Inhale up. And we're going to step to the other side of your mat. Good. Step back with your left foot. Square your hips so it's like the point of your hips are kind of oriented towards the front corners of your mat. That back heel anchors down for this one. Bend the front knee. Any amount of lifting the belly. Reach the arms forward. Draw the arm bones into the shoulder socket and lift up. Still feel your thumbs in space back behind you. Try to place your head in between your arms or your arms alongside your ears. And then with that, any amount of exploring behind you with your thumbs a little more. And as your thumbs and arms move back, your head moves back inside of the arms. And as you feel your head and arms, don't forget about your legs and feet. Good. Exhale the arms down. You're going to spin again to open what was the back foot, now the front foot, into a warrior two. So you can widen your stance a little bit from here if you need to. Stretch the arms out to the side. I like the palms up because again it helps me to feel connected to the chest opening. And then from that open chest, turning the palms down. And again, soften your gaze. So you can look over your front hand, or you can gaze forward. I'm trying to take in the periphery as much as what is directly in front of you. Bring your hand or your elbow down. side of the body. Really inhabiting the breath into the sides of the lungs. Transition up on an inhale. Hand comes to the back leg. And switch. Inhale up, straighten that front leg. Both legs are straightish. Muscles engaged onto the bones, hugging in. And then you can tilt a little ways out to the side. Inhale up. Exhale down with the arms. And you can heel toe the feet together. And interlace your fingers back behind you. Try to draw the elbows towards each other. And again, potentially lifting your hands just centimeters or a little ways away from your body. Big, courageous breath up into the lungs. Emptying all the old air from the bottoms of the lungs. And then with your following exhale, you can release your hands. And let's come up to cactus arms. So inhale here. Exhale, let's bring your right arm underneath your left, and you can hold your shoulders. Kind of poke your elbows forward, or you can wrap at the wrist, squeezing the fingertips together. And this really gives the opportunity to bring awareness into the back of the lungs, the space behind the heart, the space between the shoulder blades. Again, noticing what you feel, what sensations your body is offering. And then we go to letting that trickle down towards the pelvis, the feet, the legs, perhaps out of the body into the ground. Out of the body through the exhale. Or just an integration into the self. On an exhale, you can release. Inhale wide, put the left underneath the right. You can just hold the shoulders. You can kind of feel with your hands the back of your body. See if you can feel any movement back there. Continue to hone and refine your focus on the present moment, your clarity of mind. And as you exhale, you can bring your hands down, give yourself a little pat on the back for showing up to move today. And then finally, while we're still standing, bend your elbows with your palms up. Keep the elbows in towards your body and open the hands out to the side. And just feel an activation in your thumbs, like they're little antennae probing the space around you, behind you. And this position with the arms naturally externally rotates the arm bones. And so that facilitates this widening inhabitation of the cathedrals of the upper lungs. And then letting that awareness descend all the way down to the bottom lobes of the lungs on the exhale. You can revisit the box breathing. And with your next exhale, you can release the hands down. Feel the inhale, float the arms back up. And then this time when you exhale, We'll fold towards the ground. You can bend the knees generously. Come onto the floor. And let's go ahead and lay down on your belly. As you find yourself becoming settled to the ground, notice the feedback that your body is receiving from the contact on the floor, to where you feel your belly expand towards the ground, and then relax a little deeper when you exhale. Take your hands and reach them back towards your feet. Lift the shoulders and arms, and lift the head with a sense of length in the neck. And openness to the chest. Lift the shoulders a bit higher. For this one, we can keep the feet down. And you may not be lifted as high as me, maybe lower to the floor. We're trying to strengthen the muscles of the back body without overexerting any part of the neck or upper back. So on your exhale, you can come back down. Take a few resting breaths at the floor. Then I'm going to offer options from here. You can lift the arms and head again. You can try interlacing your fingers together behind you to lift. And you may even want to lift the legs as well. Continue this awareness of your breath. And this time as you exhale, release onto your elbows and let your legs come down. Lift your right hand and try to keep the thumb up. Keep your thumb up as you reach back the whole time as you reach back. So your thumb comes to the inside of your foot, and you feel that this is probably opening somewhere in your thighs as well as your chest. You can kind of push down with that other arm to keep opening the chest. And if your quads are very open, you may be able to bring your foot in and spin the elbow up. If there's one thing you could do every day, some kind of quad opener would probably be tremendously beneficial. You could do this one kind of standing, like the runner stretch. You know, you see people sometimes stretching their thighs before they go on a run. So do the other side, thumb stays up, thumbs up all the way until you catch that foot. If you can't catch the foot, never fear. You could use your strap to try to get a hold of it, or you could stay in that Sphinx pose with just your elbows on the ground and work on the opening for your chest. Roll over onto your side. Put your elbow down. You can have your palm flat, you can have a soft fist, and you want your elbow to kind of be in line with your hip. And you can keep your hips down here at first. Just work on lifting the ribs, rooting down through that bottom elbow, and reach the top arm up, keeping an open throat. I can feel a beautiful opening happening through my shoulder and chest just here. And you can curve over, explore here. If you want to go deeper, take the top leg and set the foot on the ground, straighten the bottom leg, and then lift the hips. And then you could do little hip lift and lowers, which is something else you could do almost every day or every other day to try to strengthen the core. Lift as high as you can and hold. side. Really trying to keep the throat and gaze soft. Really push power down into your feet and legs to help lift the hips. Slowly lower back down. And from here, you can go ahead and lay down on the ground. If you do happen to have a block, keep it close by. If you don't have a block, you can probably get one on the internet for fairly cheap. Or you could use like a hard pillow, or you don't really need it. You can do this without a block. Okay, so we lay down on our back, knees bent, feet hips distance apart, arms on the floor. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower and almost to the ground, but not quite. A couple of times until you start to feel some fatigue, perhaps in the buttocks. You can stay up, interlace your arms together, and roll onto the tops of your shoulders. If you're feeling tired, you could just come down onto your back. And then potentially, if you have a block, you could put it under your sacrum and you could have a nice 5-minute rest right here. I'm not going to stay here for 5 minutes, but this is a wonderful place to rest for a while. Another wonderful resting position is widening the feet out so that the knees drop in, kind of lengthening any part of the spine that's willing. You can put your hands back on your body, perhaps revisiting that mudra from the beginning of class with your fingers woven over your chest and your thumbs pointing up to your shoulders. If you make some time to just lay on the floor in this way, try feeling down through the curvature of your spine, with the gravity in your hips. Noticing places of resistance or congestion. Using the movement of the breath to again let that sift down and out of your muscle fibers, down and out of your patterning, to rest, perhaps integrated within the body, or perhaps to the earth or somewhere outside of your body. You can take your hands out to the side and put palms up like the letter T. Pin your arms and shoulders to the floor. Lift your knees up. You bring your knees up towards your chest and across towards one side. Maybe not all the way to the ground, but just coming across. If the shoulder lifts up, try to drop it back down. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the other side. A couple of times to each side. You can bring your knees to the middle, let your feet come down. Try bringing the soles of the feet together with the knees open. And you can either put your fists underneath your legs to help support, or you can bring your hands back to your body, either in the mudra, or one to your belly and one to your chest. And stretch your legs out long. Reach your arms up over your ears and hook your thumbs. Flex and point your toes, letting all this land in the body. And then you can find a comfortable resting position. And of course, listen to your body. Does it need any other poses or movements before reclining on the back? You could, if you're at home, one of my favorites is getting to the couch, and you scooch right up to the edge of the couch with your feet up on the part you usually sit on. So your knees are bent 90 degrees and then your hips are bent 90 degrees and your feet are kind of up over the body. So you could recline on your back with your feet up on the couch or a chair, or you could recline with your legs extended straight on the ground. Let your arms rest out to the side. And feel your body settle into stillness. I'm going to hold space for Shavasana for you. In Shavasana, you are surrendering, releasing any control or manipulation of the breath. Feeling the body relaxed and settled to the ground. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your toes, rub your fingers over your thumbs. Revel and marvel in the joy of being embodied. Joy being beyond ecstasy and allowing for the full spectrum of feeling. Gather your intention and slowly make your way up to a seated position. And as you find your way up into a vertical seat, take a position that feels comfortable for you. I'd like to offer one more breathing exercise that's excellent for immunity and equilibrium. So it's called alternate nostril breathing. So with the right hand, you can turn down the first two fingers. We'll be using the thumb and the ring finger. So on an exhale, you can close the right nostril and exhale out the left. Pause for a moment at the base of the exhale and then inhale through the left. Pausing for a moment, then close the left and exhale out the right. And inhale on the right. Close the right, exhale on the left. Inhale on the left. Close it, exhale on the right. Inhale, close, exhale. Inhale, close, exhale. Keep going. So this exercise is wonderful for kind of bringing circulation through the lobes of the brain, balancing the hemispheres left and right. And I like the way that the closing of the nostril almost forces a momentary pause. So let yourself kind of notice that moment. And you don't need to turn this into a full box breathing where you're holding as long as you're inhaling or exhaling. You can finish when you're ready with an exhale on the left, the same side that we started on. And then bring your hand down and just notice any difference in your breath through both nostrils. You can bring your hands together as another gesture of balance. You can bring your thumbs in close enough to your sternum to feel your breath moving in your body. And I wish you all the best health and radiance. And I do look forward to the potential of practicing together again. For now, you can revisit the gesture of unshakable trust as I trust that we will make it through and be stronger because of it. And I am walking with you. And that surely, with the guidance of our breath, there is a possibility of bringing heaven to earth. Namaste.